published 1903 Eastern Standard Time, the 1st of March 2018, updated 1903 Eastern Standard Time, the 1st of March 2018. After a week of counting down the best ever Premier League hat-tricks, it is time to delve into the top 10 and find out which has been rated top of our star-studded list. We've had plenty of big names in the first 40 trebles, and there's a whole heap more in the final part of our countdown. In the top 10, Sportsmail's Dan Ripley includes magical moments from the likes of Robin van Persie, Luis Suarez and Alan Shearer. But whose hat-trick is rated number 1? Luis Suarez features in top 10 of Sportsmail's best ever Premier League hat-tricks. CountdownFew. If any, Premier League strikers have taken less time to endear themselves to a fan base than Fabrizio Ravanelli. Middlesbrough's summer signing from Juventus took just one afternoon, netting 3 equalisers on the opening day against Liverpool. Each goal featured a rally cry in front of ecstatic Boro fans, and of course 2 of the strikes were followed by the famous shirt-over-the-head celebration, burning an iconic image in Premier League folklore. Over the season, Ravanelli and Boro kept scoring. It was keeping them out that was the problem. So much so that when relegation was confirmed on the final day of the campaign, Boro's 50 goals scored were only betted by 5 of the top 6 sides. Combined with 2 cup final defeats and a 3-point deduction for not fulfilling a fixture that ended up costing them the top flight place, it was a sting in the tail few would have expected given the white feathers' 31 goals across all competitions. Goal times 26 pen, 36 and 81. Fabrizio Ravanelli's iconic shirt-over-the-head celebration came out twice against Liverpool. Southampton's prospects of staying up in the Premier League were looking bleak before this game kicked off. They certainly had not improved when they found themselves 3-1 down 10 minutes into the second half. As ever, it took another Matt Le Tissier masterclass to bail out a defence that had more holes than a sieve. His 15-minute hat-trick giving the Saints renewed hope by levelling the score at 4-4, as well as his 100th goal for the club. Ironically, it was defender Ken Munko who grabbed a last-minute winner for the Saints, who would go on to beat relegation on the final day of the season by just 1 point. Goal times 57, 63 pen and 72. A 15-minute hat-trick from Matt Le Tissier gave Southampton victory against Norwich in 1994, a season that promised a fresh title challenge. With a £15 million world record signing of Alan Shearer was looking close to coming to a miserable and premature end during this game. Having gone a goal up, Newcastle were 3-1 down with 13 minutes to play and in danger of falling 8 points behind league leaders Manchester United. Shearer had been hopeless in a woeful attacking performance before his unstoppable free kick nearly ripped the net to give the Toon hope. The striker suddenly found his usual goal-scoring touch to equalise with a fine strike in the bottom corner before tapping in a stoppage-time winner. Sadly for Newcastle, the revival would not last. Only 2 wins followed over the next couple of months, as hopes of reigniting a title challenge were soon extinguished once again. Goal times 77, 83 and 90. Newcastle were 3-1 down, but Alan Shearer's amazing hat-trick won the game 4-3 late on. Manchester United went into this game knowing that victory would land them a record 20th league title. However, with such a commanding points advantage, it was only a matter of when and not if Sir Alex Ferguson would land his final trophy as United boss. Still, opportunity knocked, and it was the night that Robin van Persie justified his controversial switch from Arsenal the previous summer. The Dutchman was the difference-maker in an extraordinary campaign, and it was only fitting that the second of his treble against Villa to win the title was one of the great Premier League goals. Van Persie tracked a high 30-yard pass over his shoulder from Wayne Rooney before thumping in a volley that effectively got the title celebrations underway at Old Trafford. Goal times 2, 13 and 33. Robin van Persie justified his switch from Arsenal and won United the title with a huge hat-trick. From a technical standpoint, it is hard to find a hat-trick as good as this, and that is not just restricted to the world of the Premier League. Dennis Bergkamp's display at Filbert Street was a warning to the rest of the division about the powerhouse he was to help Arsenal become. The Dutchman opened the scoring by controlling a short corner to the edge of the box, before looking effortless as he picked at the far top corner with a looping shot. His second had a touch of fortune with a ricochet bouncing over Casey Keller. Leicester hit back with 2 late goals, only for Bergkamp to control a long ball into the box with mesmerising skill before firing Arsenal back in front. The high-quality gloss of the Arsenal striker's treble took a dent though, as the Foxes went straight down the other end to rescue a point in an extraordinary finale. Goal times 9, 61 and 90. From a technical standpoint, it is hard to find a hat-trick as good as Dennis Bergkamp's in 1997. Has one Premier League player ever terrorised a team as much as Luis Suarez did to Norwich City? The Uruguay striker netted 6 Premier League trebles, half of which came against the Canaries, a hat-trick of hat-tricks you may say. It is his last one that makes the list though, in a season where Liverpool looked unstoppable as they went on to just miss out on the title. Suarez opened the scoring with an outrageous 35-yard wonder strike that looped into the top corner, before doubling his tally with a close-range finish. The treble was complete with a fine piece of skill to lift the ball over a defender before finishing with aplomb across goal. And he added a fourth with a free kick into the top corner. Goal times 15, 29, 34 and 74. Luis Suarez was always dangerous versus Norwich, and a 4-goal haul in 2013 showcased that. Aside from 4 minutes and 32 seconds, very little else is remembered about this early season clash at Anfield. But those few minutes saw a 19-year-old Robbie Fowler tear into the Arsenal defence. First with a poacher's effort, then a perfectly placed drive across goal into the bottom corner, and finally with a tap-in after taking the ball past a stranded David Seaman. Fowler's treble set the record for the fastest Premier League hat-trick, and it took a little longer than 4 minutes to break it. Goal times 26, 29 and 31. A fresh-faced 19-year-old by the name of Robbie Fowler put Arsenal to the sword back in 1994. It actually took 21 years and another current Liverpool player in Sadio Mane to set the new bar by netting a hat-trick that was timed at just 2 minutes and 56 seconds. However, Mane's record-setting treble came with Southampton as he helped demolish Tim Sherwood's hapless Aston Villa side. It was not even against tired legs, as 2 poachers' efforts were followed by a well-placed strike into the top corner to leave Aston Villa 3-0 down and well beaten inside 16 minutes. Goal times 13, 14 and 16. A hat-trick in just 2 minutes and 56 seconds cemented Sadio Mane's place in history. 15 minutes to go at Stamford Bridge, and this London derby looked finished following goals either side of the break from Chelsea by Andre Flo and Dan Petrescu. Few could have expected what was to follow, as the otherwise anonymous Nwankwo Kanu made a devastating impact on the game. The striker pulled a goal back with a poked finish into the corner, before equalising with a near-post finish. It was the winner that goes on be fondly remembered though, taking the ball past stranded Chelsea keeper Ed De Goey on the byline before lifting in a finish from an acute angle. Commentator Martin Tyler summed it all up by crying out, "Can you believe it?" Goal times 75, 83 and 90. Arsenal looked dead and buried before Nwankwo Kanu turned the game on its head in 1999. Now we come to the hat-trick that had everything: technical brilliance, late drama, fierce rivalry, history-making, and one of the Premier League's finest ever players to help tie it all together. Dimitar Berbatov's skilled header while diving away from goal opened the scoring for United against bitter rivals Liverpool before the Bulgarian doubled the lead with a stylish overhead kick. But Liverpool hit back 5 minutes later with a Steven Gerrard penalty before the Red skipper equalised 20 minutes from time with a deflected free kick. Tense finale in English football's biggest fixture was set at Old Trafford, and Berbatov seized the moment, heading home late on to become the first United player in 64 years to score a hat-trick against Liverpool. Goal times 42, 59 and 84. Dimitar Berbatov was the first United player in 64 years to score a hat-trick against Liverpool.